family or not, like, you have to keep a distance in a way because you need to preserve your own sanity.
Oh, that was a little heavy.
It was heavy, but we were just talking how, like, people out there think that, like, oh, family's everything, family's your blood, and, like, you're supposed to, it's they're everything, and that's true to an extent. But if your family makes you feel, belittles you, or is condescending to you, or makes you feel like you can't be yourself, or if you are trying to be yourself, they make you feel bad for it, family or not, like, you have to keep a distance in a way because you need to preserve your own sanity. Because you can't pretend that you're cool with them making you feel like you can't be yourself. Like, like, it's just, so it's, yeah, it's tough because, again, it's family, and everyone always talks about family and how important it is, but, friends can be your family too. Those can be your family too, and they can be just like as good as family, and they might not be your blood, but they're there for you and they accept you for who you are. I mean, that's the most important thing, is that you surround yourself with people that make you feel good about being who you are. And not saying they have to flatter you all the time and, like, oh, you're the greatest, like, all this stuff, but meaning, like, you can be yourself, completely yourself with them, and they accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, unfortunately with your family, like, you just can't be yourself. Period. That's it.
Period. No.
Yeah.
You can't do any of that. And, it is good to talk about it. And I think maybe the reason why I want to talk about this is because when I was on, I've been surfing those subreddits.
Yeah.
And there's this one kid, he's 18 years old, and he said, hey, I mean, I'm 18 years old, and I just was wondering if anyone had any, like, life experience, like, advice for me. And I didn't write it to him, but because I didn't really have much time. If you're 18 years old, and if I had advice for you, it would just be practice being who you are. Because when all those family members just, either pass on or move on, what are you left with? Is you. Are you the person you want to be? Are you the person that they molded you to be? And I think that would be hard for you to look at yourself when they do pass on. Are you going to be happy with who you've become? Was it your choice?
Yeah.
Because you only have this life to live. We don't know what's going to happen afterwards, but I think, if I was to write to this kid, this 18-year-old kid, I would say just that. Just go with your gut. Be who you are, because you're made the way you are. And of course, there's definitely room for improvement, of course, but the core of you should not be changed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. If I had to give that advice to the 18-year-old, it'd be, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no sometimes, like, when we are younger, we always feel like, oh, if I don't say yes, I might be missing out on something, or I feel like peer pressure to say yes because everyone else is doing it. But as you get older, you start to realize more and more that all that stuff really doesn't matter as long as you like to do what you want to do, even if it's saying no to certain things, that's okay. Like, you have to have boundaries. You have to know when to let people know that, no, I don't want to do that, or no, don't feel like doing that, and, like, but you guys go ahead, and that's okay. And I think people, you don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to feel like anyone who pressures you, like, no, like, like, anyone who pressures you to keep going or do it or whatever, they're not respecting your boundaries.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Yeah.
So anyone who doesn't like, they need to understand, like, no is, well, what they say is a complete sentence. That no is complete. Like, you don't need to explain yourself and anything. And
Good one. Yeah.
yeah, I
we
think
don't.
that's, and yeah, that's growing up, that was like one of my hardest things, because I was like, I would say maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe, like, maybe. But really, I want to say no, but I felt bad saying no. I felt like it was mean to say it.
Yeah.
To use the word no, because it sounds so negative to me.
Mhm.
But then I finally learned to say no. And I was like,
No. Yeah.
no, well, I don't want to do it.
No.
No. So, and once you start being able to draw those boundaries, then you really figure out, like, oh, like, what I'm cool with, what I'm not cool with, and like, and those people who do respect your boundaries are the people that you're cool with.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that don't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in front of people like that, like, or be around people like that, because they're not respecting your boundaries. So that's something that I've learned growing up, and that's the advice I would give that 18-year-old.